Guys, welcome to this really important lesson. It's the 5 whys deep system. This is how you really figure out why it is you are doing something, what it is that's driving you to change your health, your fitness, your confidence, all of that stuff. Because a lot of the time we just have surface level kind of goals and aspirations like lose weight or get fitter or run a marathon or whatever it could be. But this will really help you delve into the real reason why. And yes, it might get a bit painful and emotional at times, but that is exactly what we need, because then you're going to truly understand the reason. And then once you understand that reason, you can start to work towards changing whatever it is that you want to change. Okay, so most people stop at the surface, and this is what I was just talking about. So you've got the wish, you've got the tangible thing you want to achieve. I want to lose weight. That's not a why. It's a wish. It's a vague desire with no roots laid into it at all. There's no weight behind it. There's no staying power. So when things get difficult, it's hard to stay on track with just that loose term that you're looking for. It fails because it doesn't really anchor a goal. Motivation comes and goes. It evaporates the moment life gets difficult. It does. And like I've said before, you're only motivated about 10% of the time. The other 90% of the time, it's not going to be the case. So that kind of not very strong wish that you've got is going to disappear as well. Surface level goals, they might feel inspiring in the moment and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this. But by day 10, by day 20, it generally feels a bit more optional and it's not quite as strong a desire to achieve. This is why we need to get into the 5 why system. So this is how it works, okay? Ask why 5 times in succession. Simple. It won't take long at all. Each answer pulls you one layer deeper until you reach the truth that is actually driving you forward. So why number 1, for example, could be, I want to lose weight. Okay, so what we need to do then, if you say I want to lose weight, I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to lose weight? And if the answer is, I want to fit in my clothes, for example, so then you ask again, why? And then why do you want to fit into your clothes better? And then it could be, I want to feel more confident. So then I want you to ask yourself, why? And why do you want to feel more confident? And it could be, I feel self-conscious walking into a room full of people. And then I want you to ask yourself why again. So why do you feel self-conscious walking into a room full of people? And it could be, I don't feel like I belong there when I look like this. And we're getting to the root cause there. And you can continue the why. You can continue to ask yourself why if you want, but 5 is the minimum requirement here to get to a point where you are actually like, yes, that is the real reason. And like I said, it could get emotional. It could get quite deep. It could get to a point where you're thinking, oh my God, I didn't realize that about myself. But this is all about self-change and self-development, isn't it? So the last answer is the real reason. It's not the fact you want to fit into clothes. It's not the fact you want to lose weight. It's the belonging. You want to feel like you belong. And that is the root cause of everything that you think you want to achieve, okay? And the uncomfortable answer is absolutely everything. I don't feel like I belong there when I look like this. Right, that is mega, isn't it? This answer should sting a little bit, and it will sting a little bit, you know? The real why almost always stings a little bit because it touches something deeply personal to you, something that you rarely say out loud, something that might have stemmed from your younger years, from your youth, from your childhood, whatever. That discomfort is not a warning sign. It's a signal that you found the truth, and that's a good thing, so we can start to work with it and away from it. So this is the answer you return to on your hardest days. So when motivation is low, you want to remember that why. You want to remember thinking, I'm trying to change because I don't feel like I belong anywhere when I look like this. That is the kind of thing you want to get to. And that's just an example, by the way. Yours could be completely different, but we want to use that why to drive you forward when you are struggling, when you're low in motivation, low in inspiration, and that's going to really help push you forward. It really will. So why does this change everything? Well, surface goals, like I said, they feel inspiring on day 1, optional by day 10. They crumble under stress, fatigue, or a difficult week, disappear when life stops getting convenient. And they're never really built around difficult weeks. Whereas deep goals pull you forward even on the worst possible day. They give you something real and something personal that's worth fighting for. And they outlast discomfort because they're rooted in your identity. The pain of staying in that position where you don't feel comfortable and don't feel like you belong, that pain far outweighs any pain you'll have from being on the treadmill for 20 minutes or not having a McDonald's one day. That pain needs to be greater, and it is. And that will really push you or pull you towards your goals. It will push you to start with, then it will pull you towards your goals. So when you know the real reason, the hard days stop being a reason to quit. They just become proof that the goal really matters and you are going to overcome that problem that you've got. Okay? So your action task on all of this, I want you to write down your goal. Start with whatever comes to mind first. There's no filtering, no editing. Just write the goal as you currently see it. Then ask yourself why 5 times. After each answer, pause a little bit, think, and ask it again. Don't rush through it. Let each answer settle before you push it a little bit deeper. Stop when it feels really, really uncomfortable. And you'll know you've arrived when it starts getting really uncomfortable. The answer that makes you pause, maybe even makes you a bit emotional, that is the real one. And then keep it close. Keep it somewhere visible. Write it down somewhere visible. This is the foundation. Everything as Zenith Fit is built around your real reason, not a borrowed reason. We're not here for mediocre goals. We're here to transform you, aren't we? That's what we're looking to do. So the Zen Fit philosophy, this is not built around calorie counts or workout streaks. It's built around you, specifically the version of you that exists at your deepest level of why. Discover the real reason, anchor every habit around that, and then build toward belonging. That's what we're looking to do here. So the goal was never about the weight. It never really is about the weight. If you think you want to lose weight, it's never really about the weight. It's always about the deeper why. And in this case, it was about the belonging. Surface goals track numbers. Real goals track your identity. When you know the difference, everything changes. Really, really important we get this one nailed down. So start with your 5 whys today. I really want you to start thinking about this. So what you'll need, a pen and paper or your phone notes app. Absolutely fine. 5 minutes of peace and quiet. Honestly reflect on the situation. Have the courage as well to sit with an uncomfortable answer. That's a big one. Again, it's all about this growth that we're trying to achieve. And what you'll walk away with is a clear personal motivational foundation. You'll come away with a reason that holds up under pressure, and you'll come away with a starting point for everything Zenith Fit builds with you. Okay, remember, the answer that feels uncomfortable is the one that matters most. Don't stop before you reach it. And you already have the reason. You've always had it. The 5 whys just simply helps you see it clearer, gives you clarity with what you're trying to do. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And that will really help drive you forward initially and then pull you towards where you want to be. Okay, this is where lasting change really begins. Not just with the workouts, not with the nutrition plan in a program, in the moment of honest self-knowledge, followed by one decision to act on. Okay, so get this done, really important. Any questions about this, let me know, and I'll speak to you soon.